What's up, everyone? Good evening, good night, good morning. I hope all is well. Yep, you got it. It's another night of Sleepless in KC. However, it's not technically late, but hey, I do have a rant. But we're, 4 days, 3 days before the holiday. So my rant is that I absolutely positively hate the holidays. Not the holidays themselves, but the energy that comes along with the holidays. The disruption of the natural flow, flow of order. Hey, what's up, KC Mo, second twin? What's up with you? So, me and my daughter, we went to Walmart this weekend, and it was just so many people. It was just so many people in every aspect of the store. And you would think that now people are just ordering stuff online, but I would imagine that these are the people that waited to the last minute to get whatever they had to get. And then you have people like me. Now, my daughter, she was getting Christmas stuff, but me, I was just getting stuff that I needed there. It had nothing to do with Christmas, everything to do with stuff that I just needed. And it was just so many people. Now, I will say for the most part, they were, I wouldn't say friendly, but not mean. Okay. Which is better than the last time that I had went out some years ago. Well, yeah. It's supposed to be a happy, joyful time. And everybody just is so stressed out. They're mean, they're shoving. And I'm like, you bastards are mean and horrible. But at least these people, they were kind of smiling and, trying to be polite, let people go. Because it was just way too many people. So I will definitely be glad when this is over. So we probably got one more weekend of the foolishness, because this weekend people are getting their last minute items. Next weekend, everybody's going to be returning the shit that they didn't want. And then we should be back to normal. Because people really don't shop for New Year's Eve like they do Christmas and all of that. So, but it's just really draining. And so then after we went to the Walmart, I took her to Five Below, And I didn't go in, but just with the amount of cars that was in the parking lot, it just made me nauseous. I'm just not, it's just definitely not my thing. I'm not knocking anybody whose thing it is, you know, but definitely not my thing. But people find joy in it and have at it. I just personally, I haven't really celebrated Christmas since what, 04, 05. I think it was like 05 maybe. And maybe it was 04. I'm not certain, it's one of those. And yeah, I just decided one day, and I think it was shortly after I'm running around trying to buy all this shit and amongst people who was in bad moods. It wasn't even a joyful time. It was just people mad that they had to buy shit they didn't want to buy. And, they weren't smiling. It was just a bad energy. And so that year I just decided, you know what, I'm not doing Christmas anymore. I set my children down, who at the time would have been, 16, 13, and 10. And I told them, you know what, I'm not doing Christmas no more. I pay all the bills. I buy y'all food, clothes, provide shelter. I buy stuff that y'all need. I buy stuff for y'all's birthday. I'm not doing it. I don't need a particular day to tell me or require me to do this, that, and the third. And, luckily my children they really didn't have a choice. But they didn't have any pushback. There wasn't they just accepted it. And mind you, they still had other family members that still participated. So they still, was able to participate in that particular festivity. But I just said, I'm not going to do it. And I didn't, and I haven't. And, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it. And I don't require nobody to buy me anything. Now, some people do. They'll still buy me stuff even though they know that I don't participate and that, they're not going to get anything, which really isn't the whole point of giving, I guess. But, I just had to relieve myself of that pressure that I allowed myself to be in. And I see the ladies that's like in my training class, and I'm sure that they enjoy it, but just hearing them talk about having to do this, that, the third is, it's flashbacks. But again, I support them if they love it. If they like it, I love it. If they love it, I like it. So, but as for me, these days when I'm going to be off, I'm going to be in my pajamas. I'm going to be chilling. I'm not pressed and stressed to cook, buy a whole bunch of gifts, spend money I don't have. I'm going to be enjoying. Days off should be spent enjoying the days off, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So, a few more days, and it is a wrap. And I'm so happy about it. So I guess that's my Christmas rant. I'm not technically. I'm not anti-Christmas. I'm just not Christmassy. That's just not my thing. So, but I do support those who do, and whatever makes people happy. So, but yeah. Let's see what else has been going on out here in this world. Before I went live, I saw a very funny video. A funny video of Bootsy. Well, it was an audio, I guess. The video that I saw, and Bootsy was responding to King. Was it King? I think it's King. It's Diddy's son that looked just like him. Said he was gonna slap 50 cents when he see him or something like that. And I guess everybody's been trying to warn this young man, look, you don't want to fuck with 50. You do not want to fuck with 50. I don't know if he's just not paying attention to social media. But I don't think nobody wants that smoke with 50. Even with Marlon, I guess Marlon Wayans, they was kind of into it a little bit. And Damian Wayne, according to Marlon, was saying, "Why you pick that big nigga? That nigga been shot 5, 9 times, whatever you want to, He says he was like, um, he was like, keep picking on what was that Wayne? Marlon was Soldier Boy, and I think Kevin Hart. So it was really funny, but yeah, I don't think anybody really wants to fuck with 50 Cent. 50 Cent is about that life. And yeah, I thought I held grudges. Like, he's my spirit animal. He is relentless. I'll just be like, fuck you. But he is relentless. He is relentless. So I don't think that. And then I think that the son, Diddy's son, is kind of thin. I think we all know this is not a match, if no slapping. But I just thought that was hilarious because Boosie in the video of him, he was like, "You don't want that smoke." What did he say? He said he made Ja Rule, was it Ja Rule? Ja Rule a meme. He just said a whole bunch of shit. That was actually funny. So I think that's interesting. Very, very interesting. Looks like the talk of the documentary is kind of slowing down. It's not as prevalent as it was when it first happened, of course, where everybody was talking about it. Looked like it's calmed down a bit. I still feel like there's going to be a part 2 to that. I don't think he's done with it. And shit, fuck around, his son be the next sequel. But that seems to be. And now everybody is talking about Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj going on to the Turning Point platform and speaking pro MAGA. So that's what I see everybody is talking about now, or what have you. And you got your people on your right side, your left side. Yeah, I want to give thanks right now to my ancestors, to my mother, my grandmother, and my grandfather for not pushing me one way or the other, for not indoctrinating me to be in alliance to something and just allowing me to pick what I want to pick and live my life how I want to live. And I'm just really grateful and thankful for that. Because I got into a heated conversation, I guess you could say, with one of my clients. And probably former clients. Oh my God. It's like, to me, it's just ridiculous when people can't have a conversation. And I know that politics is a heated topic and religion is a heated topic. And yeah, I get it. And I appreciate the people that I can have those conversations with without people getting in their fifis. You know what I mean? But I mean, if we're all adults and we recognize that we're individuals and we're not a monolith, and everybody's not gonna see things how everybody sees, but everybody has the right to their opinion and to feel how they feel. Everybody has a right to feel how they feel, see things how they see, determine whatever they determine. Because what you eat don't make me shit, and what I eat don't make you shit. So it's just really bananas for me to get emotionally heated over your own personal opinions, views, comments, concerns, experiences. I think, I don't know, I kind of think those who do kind of borderline on some type of mental illness, because why are you that, like, connected to where what I do and what I say and how I feel is not affecting you? How did I change your whole mood? Like on like top, like general topics. Yeah. So yeah. So I think homie is a little heated, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care about him being heated. I think it's kind of hilarious. I don't care. Like, I not into politics, but I know politics. I study both sides. I do my research. So when I say I'm not into politics, that means that I don't vote, because I'm not going to vote into a system where is on the ballot and we can't do whatever the fuck we want to do. That's weird. Okay. But that don't mean that I don't know what both sides stand for, what both sides do, you know. So, but I'm not going to be emotionally tied into what either one of them do, or how you as an individual feels about that. And I think that is really, I just want to use the word that you're not really supposed to. So I'm just going to use the word bananas. But that is fucking ridiculous. And I think that is insane to be and the same kind of thing where in-law, this old hag gonna holler at me. Just like, motherfuckers can't have just a regular conversation without getting mad. And bitch, you not gonna holler at me over something that really don't even matter. Over motherfuckers that you ain't never gonna see in your whole entire life. And you causing conflict and tension between someone that's right in your face. So yeah, I had, I guess that's the second situation. Well, I guess the first situation, because the second situation just happened. But yeah, one of the ex-in-laws, let's say that. Let me correct that. Ex-in-laws had an issue, and I just asked a simple question, and really was at the time, just kind of playful, just to spark conversation. This motherfucker get deep in their feelings. I'm a Democrat. Bitch, you are weird. That's what you are. That's what you are. Because why are you so, like, really? And so that is one of the reasons why. And it's funny because I was watching a panel, and I caught it at kind of towards the end of it. And the question was, I don't know what they was talking about before, but when I came in, they was talking about, can conservatives and liberals live together or marry or be in a relationship or what have you, what have you, have you. And that is one of the requirements that I look for if I was looking for a wife, right? And that would be, no, I want her to either not care about politics like me, and but definitely not a Democrat. And it's pushing it on the conservative. I think my overall views are conservatives, which most black folks are, but I don't want you to be like tied to it or in alliance, because life is fluid and things change. And if you're just seeing things just one way or no way at all, yeah, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to have no parts of that. So I prefer for her not to have any like political ties, or can see the good and the bad in both, and can make a decision based on uh her needs and not out of obligation for both sides. But yeah, the preference would be like me, just not be even give energy, not even to subscribe to politics, because what the fuck, like, and that's the thing, like, it unless, and this is not what I'm seeing with people who call themselves political. You telling me that you can't see no other way. You don't see, it's just well, I'm a Democrat, so everything the Democrat, or I'm a Republican, everything, but no. And you can't see right from wrong. You just gonna be supportive whether they right or wrong. Yeah, that's to me, that's a form of mental illness. So it's the same with religion. I would need someone who shares the same views, which is religious. I could deal with someone spiritual. I could even deal with someone atheist. But a Christian, Muslim, Hebrew, any of that organized religion, no thank you. You would really, I ain't even gonna put no caveat on there, because especially Christianity, that's like, well, the Muslim wouldn't even be an option, but especially with Christianity, yeah, I can't deal with closed-minded people, and I'm damn sure not gonna get in a relationship with a closed-minded person. So, but yeah, I thought it was bizarro. The old boy got mad and was heated and just, just closed minded, just loud and wrong. But, unfortunately, I don't care. It was hilarious at the time, but it is kind of pitiful too. But, whatever. Whatever. I really was hoping that once the elections was over, that people would just calm down, but that's one of the reasons why I got off of the Facebook. Because people still, and it's just not that important to me. It is what it is, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And a year from now, it's gonna be different. 2 years from now, it's gonna be different. 4 years from now, it's gonna be different. 10 years from now, life is gonna life. Life is gonna life. But hey, y'all lose your minds over there. I'm nice and peaceful over here. And that's just how it go. Cause googly muggly. Googly muggly. But yeah, people kind of having a fit because Nicki Minaj. And I've just seen the videos. I haven't looked at them, but I've seen them on my feed. And I haven't even gone in there, because I think a person should be able to have their views. Like, when did that change? Like, I grew up that, one, you didn't even know who the fuck you voted for. And people had their own views and their own thing. You didn't know who was voting for who because people voted based on their interest. And now I think that's like one of the worst things about social media is that everybody, like some things I just don't think should be publicized. And I think the whole voting thing shouldn't. I don't even think they should run ads because who gives a fuck? But so I'm sure. Now I did hear somebody was saying that she gained a whole bunch of followers, but then of course she lost a whole bunch of followers. So, but see, I'm not gonna listen or not listen to someone's music based on who they vote for. Like to me, that's insane. To me, that is pure insanity to say because Cardi as it was with Biden that I'm not going to listen to her music. Cue up wet ass pussy. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to say I'm not going to listen to Nicki because she is uh, supporting MAGA. I can remember her songs, but cue them motherfuckers up too. Like that ain't got shit to do with me. I like their music. I don't know neither one of them motherfuckers. So how can what they do in their own personal life affect when I hit play? Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? And I think that's a form of manipulation. Well, if you don't think how I think, then I'm not going to support you. And you got that right, but I just think that that's weird when it really don't have nothing to do with, like, they don't, like, who they sleeping with, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know them. I think they're very beautiful. But that's it. Anything else is, like, I just don't get it. Like, people to me now are just so disappointing and embarrassing. Very disappointing and embarrassing. But you know, I guess it's the same. It's the same with, you know, people. And I mean, I guess I get the whole, like, people was like with the R. Kelly, oh, I'm not going to play his music no more. So you're not going to play the music that you bought? Now, I can understand streaming and supporting it that way, but you already bought it. And him being a creep don't change the fact that he's a good artist. Now, I'm not one I don't think I ever bought like any of his music, but I mean, I listen to it on the radio. I'm not going to like turn it off, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I've never been like a Diddy fan. I'm trying to think who like, well, even like with like Michael Jackson. He had all those allegations. I love Michael Jackson. You know? And I guess he came out innocent, but I wasn't gonna throw away all his music because one, it was mine. I bought it. And I liked the music. It wasn't like I was buying videos of him doing unimaginable things. I don't know. My mind runs a little different than most people, which is probably a reason why I'm single because I don't think like everybody else. And it just kind of seems like everybody has what do you call it? The herd mentality to a degree. But whatever. I'm in my piece, in my piece of the earth, having peace on earth. But I do wonder what 2026 is going to bring. Because each year since the pandemic has been like every year gets more. Do I want to use the word epic or just I don't even know what word I want to use, but every year is more. Well, I mean, we're in the age of Aquarius, so we can only expect weird. Weird is the word. Weird and strange is always something weird. Like we changed time. What is it called? Time. What's it called? Um, I can't even think. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. But we changed after that pandemic. If something was done, it was reset because we've been in the age of Aquarius, so that can't be it. But that was probably part of it. But ever since then, every year it's been just some weird, and weird don't always mean bad. It could just be just unusually unusual than usual. So I would just imagine what 2026 is gonna bring. So god damn. Thus far, thus far, thus far. I guess I got all my rant out my soul. I was trying to get the, moral chill, the panel discussion going, but you know what? I don't think it's gonna work. I just don't think it's gonna work. I went ahead like about 8 panelists, and and I get it. They're not content creators. There's only like one that's really a content creator, and the rest of them they just did it, signed up because they're my friends. So they really have no interest in being on a panel, no interest on being on YouTube, at least not on a regular basis. So I think I'm gonna have to nix that. I have maybe like three strong maybes. I don't have like no, and some work, so you got to take that into consideration too. So I'm not counting the ones at work, but it's just I just don't think it's gonna pop off like I want it to pop off. I really need to come together with other content creators that like making content and try to build from there. So we'll see. We'll see how it go. And then it's very clicky on YouTube. It's very, very clicky on YouTube. And I'm not talking about clicking, I'm talking about clicks. So, and then I guess most of them don't fuck with me anyway because, the whole dyke life situation. But, again, what I eat don't make you shit. What you eat don't make me shit. But you emotionally attaching yourself to something that people get wrapped up and distracted by the wrong thing. And I think, in essence, miss opportunities because of how and what they feel or what they perceive, what they think. So it is what it is. So we'll see. And then, in all fairness, I haven't truly been, what's the word? Dedicated or consistent in posting because I will be like, fuck YouTube and just hide all my shit, and then I'll come back and just say, all right, we'll try it again. And I'll see the numbers that I like, and I'll be like, fuck you. Then I'll come back again. But it looks like that the algorithm has changed a little bit, and it looks like I heard that they were going to stop allowing people from buying views because that was the last time that I was like, fuck this thing. Because people buying views, which is helping getting them in the algorithm, and I don't feel that I should do that. I think that YouTube should see my videos and run it through and see who likes it, see who don't. And in the shadow banning, it's like I don't want to fight the system. I don't want to and I don't want to have to manipulate it. I don't want to have to beg it to be. It's just too much. Like if you have a regular algorithm, then allow it to algorithm to run its cycle. Let the people who subscribe to me at least see the fuck that my content is out there. And then upon that, allow it to grow. If they subscribe to me, they should be able to see my shit. But you're telling me that because I ain't posted like you want me to post, that they ain't deserving to see my shit. That's whack. That's whack to me. And so I'll get irritated. I'll be like, fuck it. But whatever. What the fuck ever. But I guess that's all I got. That's all I got for the most part. I think. It is crazy because I'm yawning, but I'm not sleepy. And I want some coffee so bad, but I know I will be up for days if I drink some coffee. I am kind of remodeling my apartment. That's something exciting for me. I changed out my blinds. I have new blinds out. I'm going to paint, but I'm not going to paint until spring. So that way I can open up all. Well, shit, I always got the windows open, but yeah, I'm going to paint this spring and then probably this summer get some new furniture because I got tired of my old furniture. I threw that shit out. So that's exciting that's going on. But yeah, and then that's another thing as far as like making content. Sometimes I don't have shit to say. And I don't want to get stuck into the thing where I'm just figuring out, like, the shit that I'm saying, I'm just ranting now. I'm just saying random shit. But it's shit that I want to say. I'm not trying to find shit to say just to get into the algorithm. That's why it might be a whole week before I get back on because I ain't got shit to say. So that obligation is crazy. So I'm definitely not a for real content creator, but I do it, I guess, for fun. So with that being said, go hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Make sure y'all check out my website, my astrology website, TajiAstrology.com, as well as my other channels. I have a Taji Astrology channel. Check out the Moral Chill channel. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I don't know where that's going to lead me, but check that out as well. And I'm not really doing anything with Dyke Life. Dyke Life Reacts was my advice letter, love letter advice column type situation. I haven't done anything with that. But check that out as well. Just subscribe to everything. You never know where I might pop up. And once I get in my mood. So, all right, y'all. I will holler at y'all. And I appreciate y'all who do listen to me on the replay. I know that I don't go live at a set time. It's just kind of random. Like right now, I think I went and started live at like 8:30. Usually it's after midnight because I can't sleep. But I just decided, okay, I can rant a little bit, talk my shit. But I'm done. I'm empty. That's all I got. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.